This is a HeadGum podcast.
Oh, yeah. Welcome to A Funny Feeling Podcast. I'm Betsy Sidaro.
And I'm Marcy Jarrow. This is a podcast where comedians tell us their paranormal experiences, and we listen to yours as well.
Oh, yeah. And if you have one of these paranormal experiences that you want to share with us, please email it to us at funnyfeelingpod@gmail.com.
Now get cozy.
And prepare yourself to be scared silly.
This is a Funny Feeling podcast.
Marcy.
Betsy.
Holy shnikes.
Oh my God.
It's so exciting.
Chris Farley, I'm excited.
We made it through spooky season.
Mm-hmm.
But as you know, and our listeners know, it's always spooky season.
I mean, especially for the winter time. That's when we tell scary ghost stories and all of that stuff, right?
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Christmas is scary as shit, man.
Yeah.
And capitalism. Ooh, very scary.
Yeah.
Marcy, I am so stoked for our guests. They rule. They're like two of the nicest people I've ever
I can
met
tell
in
already.
my life.
I can
Right?
tell. Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
We go way back to before the pandemic. So really far back. Please welcome James and Chelsea from Dead Meat. Yay!
Hello.
Hi.
Welcome.
Welcome.
Scary
Thank you for having
ghost
us.
stories and tales of the glories, which I always have wondered, what would that
Yeah, what are-
be?
like,
It sounds like
ugh.
it could get weird.
I think
Tales of the
probably
Lord.
it does.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's just drunk.
Like the Crusades or something.
Well, I assume it's just like drunk older family members being like, yeah, when I was a kid, oh man, we used to have the best time. And then also like, you know, the house is haunted down the street. It's just a bunch of me's who are drinking at Christmas for the kids.
Yeah.
That song is just a bunch of Marcy's.
Marcy's.
How y'all doing? Welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Please
Yeah.
tell our listeners what's Dead Meat all about.
Please.
Dead meat. Yeah. What's dead meat all about? Dead
Yeah.
meat is, at this point, I am proud to say the single largest horror movie YouTube channel on YouTube, on the platform.
Oh,
Get
holy
out here on the
shit.
horror movie channels. Just
Isn't
kidding.
that nuts?
It is nuts, yeah.
Yeah.
That's so
I mean,
cool.
You know, who knows what would have happened had we expanded our interests beyond the narrow scope of horror, but we refuse to. We're
Yes.
sticking to what we love, which is horror, and 6 years later, we're still doing it and loving it.
Because we'll never run out. People
You'll never
ask
run
us
out.
that.
People are always
That's-
like, what are you going to do when you run out? It's like,
That
what?
was something my parents asked me when I told them, like, hey, we're starting to do this full time. They were like, well, what if you run out of movies? I'm like, I don't think you understand
Parents
how many horror
No.
movies there are.
And they're always coming out with more.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, we haven't even gotten to some great ones. Wishmaster, Stepfather.
I love
Friggin'
Wishmaster.
I love
Like-
Wishmaster so much.
Wishmaster rules.
It's
so
so
good.
great.
Yeah.
And like the rules are like you get them, but also sometimes you're like that doesn't make sense.
He
but
plays
also
fast
you
and loose
don't
with
care.
those rules.
Yeah.
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 It's so fun, like with streamers, with all it's with all the streaming services and stuff. Like you discover new old horror movies all the time.
Yeah.
Where it was like, this has never been released, and you may have heard about it or something, but now you're like, it's on Tubi, dude. Here
Yeah.
we go. Like, it rules.
That is
Yeah, we
a
just-
cool thing is like streamers, especially if they know they have a horror audience, is streamers trying really hard to get the streaming rights to really weird, obscure stuff, and then having those things kind of gain a weird second life. Like we just reviewed Noroi the Curse on the podcast.
Oh, yeah.
Uh-huh. And that one was made in 2005, but has kind of, because Shudder got the rights to stream it, and it had been really hard to find before. So it's kind of had this second wave of popularity, which is a fun thing.
Yes, that's so fun. I just saw Dr. Giggles for the first time.
Oh, sure.
I still haven't seen it. Yeah.
We
It's
gotta
on
watch Dr.
Tubi.
Giggles.
It's on
of
Tubi.
course,
It
of course
ruled.
it's on Tubi.
I can't do Tubi. The commercials, they kill it.
Yeah,
They kill it.
I know, and they get so loud. The commercials are
Yes.
so loud.
They're
Oh.
aggressive. They're in your face. They grab you by the collar and shake you and say, "Buy my product."
Well,
and I'm like, I'm just trying to watch a killer clown.
I know why the commercials get loud, at least. I'm
Why?
sure
Is
everyone
it because
does.
on air broadcast it's regulated about the volume, but online it's not?
They're louder on
Oh.
television as well.
Yeah, I was
Okay.
gonna say I think there were laws or something. We voted on something, but
Yeah.
Yeah,
everyone
well,
just
we
ignores
voted to
it.
stop daylight savings time too, and look
That
what
too.
we're doing. We're still
Yeah.
fucking hopping our clocks around.
But it's because people leave the room and go to the bathroom, so they want you to still hear them.
No.
That makes sense more
Yeah.
than just if we play our ad louder, you will want to buy it more kind of
Yeah.
That's
logic.
what I
Like,
thought it was. Of like, if we really scream this at you.
Yeah.
Or if you're like falling asleep during the movie, they're like, no, wake up, buy stuff. Buy
Yes.
stuff.
Or it just like seeps into your subconscious.
Yeah, like I listen to sleepy podcasts where it's people reading stories and stuff, but sometimes those podcasts will do the dynamically inserted ads and it just kills me. But I guess it gets me to subscribe to the Patreon so I don't have to listen to that. So it's honestly kind of a great
All
racket they've got
nefarious.
going.
It's all for the money.
It's all for the money. That's why
Also,
we do it.
Would you rather hear about, what is it, like a crapper toilet paper, or would you rather them get your money or the person that you're listening to get your money, right?
Yes.
Sure, yeah.
Right.
Patreon's the way to go for sure.
I mean,
Yeah.
at least
By
for
the way,
us.
patreon.com/deadmeatdick.
Yeah. There you go. And you do like what do you do? You do like kill counts and stuff.
Yeah. So the big flagship series on the channel is the Kill Count, which started as here's this kill and this kill, and now there would be like 10-minute episodes on movies. Now they are full-on 30-minute mini docs about movies with like
Yes.
behind-the-scenes production information and like where you've seen this actor before, and they're very comedically inclined. We put a lot of jokes in there, so that show is we just aired our 400th episode of the Kill Count,
Whoa.
which
Yeah.
is
Holy
nuts to me, and I'm
shit.
proud of every single one of them. And
What's fun is like the kill count's gotten to the point where you've been able to like get behind the scenes stuff that no one else has access to. You'll be
Yeah,
like,
I've
we're
also
able to
had-
reach out to filmmakers and be like, hey, is there any footage you have? And we get sent
Oh, that's
stuff that like you
cool.
can't just find, which
we've
is really,
had
really cool.
I have like kind of a couch gag thing at the end of each episode where like I get to the numbers and I like do a little silly thing, and those have evolved so much that I've been able to get cast members from the actual movies involved.
Cool.
Like when I did host, I had all the host ladies zoom in with
Yeah,
me.
they
We
did
like
the Zoom
recorded a
call.
bit.
Cool.
When I did Behind the Mask, The Rise of Leslie Vernon, he came over to my house and filmed a bit where he was like, it was a very meta bit that we filmed on like handheld cameras. And he was like, what are you doing? This stupid YouTuber. And like, it was such a fun thing to be able to do these things. And it's been great. The evolution of the show I'm
Awesome.
very proud of.
That's so rad. That's
And then
so
the other
nuts.
main thing is the Dead Meat podcast, which is Chelsea's show.
Yeah,
Yes.
I run the podcast and we do a whole bunch of like movie reviews. We'll do kind of like film history and theory. Because it started because I took a film or a horror class in college that was like horror theory. It was post Psycho, so it was like kind of 1960s through
Cool.
maybe like post 9/11 horror. And so the podcast really started as more of like a kind of bookish, like kind of academia based show, and we've kind of expanded to like reviews. We'll play games. I'll make up all kinds of silly games to basically make James play. Like last episode we did trivia about Halloween candy and costumes, and I had to make James guess like what costumes were most popular in what years, like 1960.
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. it
So
was
he
fun.
had, so 1960 would have been like hula girls because Hawaii had just become a state. So stuff, we do all kinds of
cool.
silly stuff
Wait,
on the show.
I have a
So-
question. Whoa!
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Game off. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, it was that whatever happened.
Marcy
happened
just
off
fell out
screen.
of a window.
Yeah.
It was
She
so
just got
abrupt.
raptured.
I'm excited for this question. This question's gonna be nuts, man. What's this question gonna? What happened, Marcy?
Did a drink
Nope,
spill?
still nothing.
Okay, my cat jumped and ripped off everything. Guys, I just moved. In case anyone who follows me or follows the podcast, I just moved to a new place and I
did
don't
it.
have a recording studio set up yet. And my cats are nightmares, as they always have been. So God bless them. God, why do I like animals at all? I don't know. They're terrible. But my question was gonna be, okay, this might be a crime statistic that maybe you do know or don't know, but in horror movies, people get stabbed to death constantly. And how realistic is that based on actual murders in the United States? Because I feel like people aren't always being stabbed to death as a horror movie would make you think they are.
Yeah, I
Oh.
don't know anything about like true crime. I kind of avoid that whole sphere because that kind of brings me down a lot. You know, I like the fake stuff and the fun stuff. But there is actually recently with the new Scream that came out, there's been a whole debate about what
How
is
survivable
survivable
is a
when it comes to
stabbing.
stabbings. Because I don't know if you guys
Yes.
saw the new Scream
Yes,
6,
I did.
but one character gets stabbed probably 11 times up and down the sides of his torso
Yes.
and then manages to survive. Whereas other characters commonly in horror movies take like one stab and then they're done. They're on the kill count,
Yep.
you know? But we referenced the Slender Man incident, the real life
Oh,
Yeah.
Slender Man incident where the
Yes.
12-year-old girl was stabbed a whole bunch of times by her friends, but also survived. So
Yep.
I imagine it varies. The human body is weird, you know?
Yeah.
It's so unique. Case
Just
to case.
depends what you hit, I think.
Yeah.
Oh.
Right. And
Yeah.
I mean, because, people survive stabbings, whereas like in the horror movies, they get stabbed once and they're like, "Ugh, ugh," and then they fall and the blood comes out their mouth every time.
Yeah.
yeah. If
classic.
need be, kill him quick. Kill
Yeah,
him
I'd
quick.
imagine that there would probably be way more survivors realistically in horror movies than what we get in the film. 'Cause,
Yeah.
like you said, most of the
Oh.
time it's the killer is like one stab and then they're moving on, and you're like,
And then they move on
Yeah.
where it's like
maybe
just
call to a phone. I don't
just
know.
lay
Wipe
dead
their
and
blades
then-
off and keep going.
Yeah.
That's
Curse
so
of the Knife
yeah.
is so scary though. I forget where I heard this once, but I think I saw someone be like, imagine someone like just to kind of get the idea of what it would be like to have someone coming at you with a knife. Like imagine
Oh.
someone holding like a Sharpie and you have to not get any Sharpie on you. That'd be impossible. You know what? You know, you would
Oh.
get,
Yeah.
Like
That's
that for some reason mentally made me understand how hard it would be.
But yeah, they can hurt you accidentally with a knife.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
sharp thing.
Good.
But
Ugh.
just I cut myself with paper yesterday.
Yeah.
Oh
Like a
yeah, I
deep
cut
cut.
myself constantly.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You could just
Yeah.
cut yourself on any old thing. Well, let's get into the question that we always ask
Oh.
our guests, which is, and we should probably do it individually. So whoever wants to go first, we're going to ask, what, if anything, do you believe about the paranormal?
Oh, are you having me go first?
Of course,
Yeah.
lovely wife.
I don't like my kind of belief in general, like spiritually, religiously, is just a big I don't know.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. I want to believe. I want to believe it's real because I think that's so much more romantic and interesting than just nope, there's nothing and it's all just stuff we make up to
Right.
entertain ourselves.
Yeah.
Right. We talk about that a lot, like, because I'm very much in the ballpark of like, oh, it's just so much more fun to believe.
Yeah,
Like,
it is. It
Why
is.
not?
Yeah. My kind of like personal just belief about either the paranormal or just like what comes after death, right? Is like
Yeah.
I just think of how I think of our cat and how our cat has lived her whole life just either in an apartment with us or in our house. and a cat. Oh, hi, Molly. I know. I start talking about the cat and you get jealous.
The dog is like, hello.
What about
I guess
me?
you would work as an example too, Molly. Like a cat or a dog can't, like, literally cannot comprehend that there is an outside world. Like, the cat doesn't understand what an airplane is, that like I leave to go on a vacation and I get on a plane to go somewhere.
Yes.
Like, she can't. She has a little cat brain.
Yes.
She doesn't understand. And for me, I just think in terms of the universe and bigger questions about it, I am like my cat in my house. I don't think I would be able to understand, you know?
Right.
I think that's one of the smartest
good.
answers, though. Like the ability to understand that you don't know everything, whereas so many people are so sure that they know all the answers.
Right.
And it's like, no, you literally, science has only been able to figure things out for a couple hundred years in any kind of like measurable way.
When did they learn about germs, Marcy?
What?
Very recently.
Like when they learned about germs, I feel you said it on the crazy recently.
Yeah, and people threw a fucking fit.
They're like, germs.
Yeah, the guy who discovered germ theory. People
What happened with germs?
Marcy, you told me this. You should be filling me in. But yeah, keep going, Chelsea. It's wild.
The guy who discovered germ theory. There's an entire episode of The Dollop about it, a podcast I really love.
Yes.
And it was a similar thing. It was a similar reaction that we all had when we were told we've got to wear masks. Like, people just couldn't deal with it, right?
Yes.
When this guy discovered germs and was like, hey, we could reduce mortality in hospitals by washing hands. There was this uproar that it was like, what are you implying, that humans are inherently filthy, or that it became this weird political thing where now it's common sense.
Yeah, where they were like, we should probably clean our like surgical instruments between surgeries and
our
shit.
hammers and
Marcy, you told me this. This is crazy. You told me this a couple of years ago.
Dude, a gross fact is apparently a big reason there was like a ton of like infant and maternal mortality in hospitals is doctors would handle both. Yeah, Betsy, do you know where this is going?
I have a feeling.
Doctors would handle both living and dead bodies. So doctors would be touching dead bodies and then delivering babies and giving mothers sepsis and stuff.
Oh, no.
Oh, isn't it wild we are still around?
Yeah.
Really?
Absolutely.
I don't remember knowing this.
Marcy,
you just blocked it out of your brain.
I am a goldfish, though. I like
that. Yeah.
I feel you on that. My brain's
I know
a
what's in.
sieve. Like, I'll learn something. I'll be like, that's so cool and interesting. And then like a month later, I'll be like, what? I've never heard that. Oh, I did hear that before.
We played a game on the podcast.
I read a whole book about it.
We played a game on the podcast where we had an editor clip out clips of us talking and we quizzed us on who said, like, we just had the quotes written out and we had to answer who said this and what episode was it from, and we did so bad.
Like, even saying like, oh, that sounds like me, it's like, no, that was
no, and we could not. It's crazy how stuff you just flush out of your brain,
dude. Every day flushing so much out.
Also, when you said the germ theory, I thought it was something new about germs, and I was like, "Oh no, what did we find out about them?"
No. It was just that, like, yeah, it was only like in the 60s or something too, or something nuts.
I think it was like it was definitely the 20th century, I think.
Yeah.
In the beginning of the pandemic, when everyone was like, you have to wash your hands, and people were making videos about how to wash your hands for like 20 seconds, and like they were
that
like,
bummed me out.
But
they're like, hum your favorite song while you do it. Make sure you do a verse and a chorus.
And when airplanes were like, hey, guess what? We're going to clean the stuff between flights. It's like,
yeah.
You've not been doing that?
But the thing that like was like, oh, duh, but also ew, was that they were like, yeah, men's bathrooms, they never have to refill the soap dispensers.
Oh, no.
Come on.
Oh,
like,
God.
People were like,
James,
yeah, men are.
Come on,
No, dude,
man.
I see it. I see guys like, pee, and then just leave. And I'm like,
No.
yo, what the
Oh
fuck?
no.
Not even a rinse.
And I get it when it comes to like if I wake up in the middle of the night and I have to go pee and then like I don't want to get my hands wet, but I've come up with a solution that I have a thing of hand sanitizer on the toilet tank specifically for that purpose, so I don't have to go through and wash my hands, wait for the water to warm up. I can pee in the middle of the night, sanitize my hands, get back to bed, and put my hands on Molly, the dog, and not have to worry about her getting sick or anything. But like in a public restroom, like
That's so gross.
you are not in too much of a hurry to wash
Damn
your
it.
hands. Stuff.
It's tough. I've seen in the women's bathroom quite a few ladies flushing, leaving the stall, and walking out. And I've been
No.
like, what are we doing?
Here's a question. Since I'm here with three ladies, do ladies also do this? And I don't know
Poop?
why, guys.
Yes, we poop and we fart.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Oh no, I'm well aware, but
This guy knows. This guy gets it.
okay. Sometimes guys will go to the bathroom, mostly pee, and then go to the sink, turn on the water, stand there, and then leave.
No, that's
they do-
insane.
They do the motion of like I am taking the time, and in case anyone's out there listening, they'll hear this water running, but I'm not going to get my hands wet. I'm not going to wash my hands.
The
I'm just gonna, like,
psychology of that is so fucking sick.
there's a lot going on.
The need to lie to everyone around you
And yourself
rather
in a
than
way.
and rather than just do the simple act of it.
Yeah.
That is so that really says so much. I would love for a psychologist to research like why that is. I think it is actually diabolical though.
Yeah. That's
And
very
I want
much like mom told me to wash my hands and I'm mad at her.
Yeah,
And I
like,
don't want to do what she says, but I also
Yes.
won't get to play Xbox if I don't wash my hands.
Yeah.
So I'll just run the sink.
And I want any dude listeners to, I don't know what your comment system is or whatever, but write in and confirm this for me because I know that you all know that this happens.
That's so
Ooh.
strange.
Yeah.
That's fucked
So
up,
strange.
man. That's too fucked up.
I don't like
That
that.
bums me out. Yeah.
And this is why I don't think humans can ever fully comprehend the universe that we live in, because this is where we're at.
Right. Yeah.
Yes.
We're just
Yep.
monkeys that evolved too fast.
Also, we're just learning that now. Like James knew that. We're learning
My whole
it.
life.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I told you it was a exclusive just for this podcast.
So, James, what do you believe in the
Yeah,
paranormal?
so I'm
if
just a boring old skeptic. I mean, I don't even know. It might be so boring and extreme that it veers into the interesting because I am just like so hardcore. No supernatural things exist. Aliens, I believe, can exist.
Yes, yes.
Statistically.
They have
Yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes.
statistically,
That's science
I think it's very
now.
improbable that there is no even intelligent life elsewhere in the universe. As far as them contacting us, that's a little more up in the air, but I believe that they exist. But as far as like anything supernatural, any kind of superhuman abilities like telekinesis or mind reading, I don't believe in that. I don't believe
Wow.
gods or spirits or ghosts or an afterlife or magic. Like none of it. It all to me. And you were just saying like it's so dumb when people think they know it. And I will always leave a room for error because, as Chelsea says, we are dumb monkeys who have evolved too fast. But I also have learned, like, I studied evolution and the brain in college. One of my degrees is in brain behavior and cognitive science, which is a lot. I took a lot of classes on biopsych and evolutionary psychology. So just
Whoa.
learning how the brain evolved throughout species and over time. And it just, to me, the fact that our brain is the same brain as a cat's or a shrew's that has just gotten bigger and added more parts to it in order to do other things. I'm like, there's no way that manifests into like a soul or something, you know? So it's very,
Okay.
it's actually very depressing and very bleak, and it keeps me up at night often, but that's, I can't. And again, just like you're saying, it'd be so much more fun to believe in a magical world. That'd be great. And I understand why the stories exist because that's the world I want to live in, but I can't personally lie to myself to make myself believe it.
Okay, why do you think so many stories exist then? Not just like in general that people have stories, but since the humans began, why do you think they've always had stories about like, let's just say the easiest would be like ghosts, right?
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
because we're always just looking for answers, man. Our brains are always trying to make sense of things that we don't understand. It's like we just learned about germs recently, you know? Before that, we would see the effects of them, people getting sick and whatnot, and we would have to find an explanation for it that made sense, because humans don't like living in the unknown and don't like saying we don't know. So you come up with an explanation with the cognitive tools available to you at the time and the information available at the time. And in the past, that may have been, oh, that person sinned and was a bad person, so they got sick because of it, or something like that.
Right.
Conversely, though, does the kind of discovery of germs and this whole hidden kind of microscopic world that previously we couldn't measure, we were unable to observe and prove exists, does that also not make you think maybe there is something that right now we just totally do not have the capability to observe or
And that,
understand?
like, we're calling it a ghost, but it actually has some other kind of like, like actual like physics could figure out what this is.
Sure.
Right.
Well, the thing to me is, so when I hear ghost, I think of a spirit with some kind of lingering personality, right? I feel like that's the common understanding of that.
That's
It's
one
like,
kind, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, oh, my relative passed away, and I see their spirit, they're lingering, they're maybe trying to contact me or something like that. My understanding of the brain is that it is so malleable and weird. I always just think of Phineas Gage, who had the railroad spike go through his brain in a way that he survived, but it drastically altered his personality. So my thought is, if Phineas Gage died, then what would his ghost? Would it be his ghost before that massive brain injury? Would his spirit be more like after it? And so like, if you were to like, if you can change someone's personality that much just by like poking around in their brain or removing a section of one of their brain parts, like, what does that mean for the impermanence of their spirit and personality? It means that it's not real. It's not really them. It's just a product of their current brain state and condition, which again, very depressing and awful. And I'm sorry to bring it up, but that's just
thanks for bumming us all out, man. I didn't know this was going to be a bummer. No, it is fascinating. We talked about that a lot, of like just our brains alone, we don't know so much about.
Yeah.
That's kind of paranormal, dude. Think about it.
I think, one of the things that I find really interesting is like deja vu, right?
Yes.
So deja vu is this crazy phenomenon. We've all experienced it, where you're experiencing something. It's like, wait, I've done this before. I've experienced this before. But then I learned what happens with deja vu and why you experience it. And it blows my mind every time, and I love explaining.
What is it?
So deja vu, as far as I'm on my understanding, this was when I was in college, I think, so a while ago.
Yeah,
now.
I thought we didn't fully understand why deja vu.
No. What
James
I learned,
does.
James does.
No, I got you. Don't worry. I got this. I know for a
Ladies,
fact.
I'm going to tell you how it works. Don't
actually-
worry.
He's gonna mansplain deja vu.
Yes.
And we're happy to have you do it, please.
Yeah.
please,
so
please.
with deja vu, at least as far as I know, maybe they've updated their understanding of it, but you go through life, you are having sensory experiences and perceptions and stuff, and that is all being filtered through your brain and your senses, your eyes, your ears, everything, and it's going to your short-term memory to be processed. And maybe some of it will be stored in your long-term memory later, but a lot of it is going to be just immediately forgotten because you don't have that much space in there, essentially. Deja vu happens when something goes wrong and that sensory experience that you are experiencing right now skips the short-term memory and instead gets stored directly into the long-term memory, so that your brain thinks it's always been there, or it's been there for a while, even though like actually objectively you are experiencing it for the first
so
time.
weird.
Your brain is like, wait, this is in the the date on this file says 2005, so it must be an old thing. It's like, no, the file just got corrupted, brain. I'm sorry, it's really a first time thing. So that fascinates me, you know?
That's scarier than I think actually being like, are there past lives? Because the idea that your brain can be like, I don't know, I just don't fucking work right now. Like, that's scary. That's really scary. And that's not even a mental illness, because that just happens a one-off. So like, at least when you're mentally ill, you can figure it out with medicine and stuff.
Exactly. And it's the same kind of thing with false memories. Like, you can implant memories in people and make them believe that something actually happened to them when it didn't. And that's why it's like, that's another reason why I just have a hard time trusting and believing in things, because I know that you can, even your memories that you will swear happened might not have. And so it's so hard to trust even your own brain, let alone anyone else's. You know, it's kind of depressing.
I don't know if it's, I think it's like Betsy said, it's like that's also almost paranormal when it's something we can't explain fully. Like we're you know, like there's so little that we really do know about the world. So I don't know, I'll throw that in and be like, that's magical too, that we're all broken. That's kind of cool.
Like, I think
there's always so much more to learn.
We still don't know why we dream, right? Like, there's still like
I think I think the theories are like it has something to do with memory consolidation, or like dealing with your psyche, dealing with things that maybe you don't want to confront in your waking hours. But I don't know if the hard science is there on how or why it happens.
Maybe it's just like our brains are like sharks, and if they stop moving, then they die.
Yeah, it's always got to be doing something like. I mean, you can't not think of anything. I guess you meditate. I've never been able to successfully do that. My brain doesn't work that way. We did
meditating's really hard.
The sensory deprivation things where you like lay in like we did it like 10 years ago. Chelsea loved it. I got out of there and was like, that was torture for me. I just could not zone out. I could not relax. The whole time I was just like thinking of spreadsheets and like what I had to do with and I was like, it was awful.
I fell asleep. I loved it.
Nice. Yeah. I always, with stuff like that of like think of nothing, I'm like, but I'm still thinking of nothing. Like, where it's like a nothing. Brick wall or something. Like, I don't know how to think of nothing.
Yeah.
I used to do it. In fact, I'm going to put them on blast because they went out of business and they owed me so many floats. Like, I forgot that I had a membership. And so, like, this place called Just Float, I'm going to put them on blast. They owed me like $700 worth of floats because I forgot for like 2 years that I had a membership, which is terrible. Oh, no. Especially, so Just Float, fuck you for stealing my money and going out of business.
Where were they? Where were they located?
In Pasadena.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah,
we went in Venice to this like
crooks in Pasadena. Yeah,
just like off the fucking board.
Venice Beach flotation tank.
Funny.
Just like a very crusty tenant and doing it.
Yeah, this was like the largest float center in the world. Yeah, that's why they went out of business, because really it's not that lucrative of a business, except for me. But I like lost track of time, and like I thought that I was like, oh, I didn't realize there were lights in here. Like my brain did all kinds of stuff that wasn't happening. But I still like was thinking. I just had no concept of time, and like my brain just started doing stuff. To go to your point of like, what does the brain do? What it can fill in a lot of gaps whenever you let it.
Yeah, and that's a weird evolutionary thing too, isn't it? Like especially like our brain recognizes faces and stuff, because that's like our caveman brains are always on the lookout for predators and stuff. So
that's why we see faces and everything and toast.
Yeah, Jesus toast and stuff.
Yes. Well, you know, like I was a victim of robbery years ago, and they caught the teenage girls, bad girls.
Was it the blink ring? Did you get hit up by the blink ring?
I wish it was a little scarier because they just held me at gunpoint. But
no, they did. Holy shit!
It's like intense.
Yeah. Oh my god.
But I survived, and also like I said, I have a bad girl. So, but when they caught them, they showed me like I didn't do like a lineup, but they showed me like pictures, and I was like, oh no, my brain can't do this. And then I was like, now I don't believe that anyone's can.
Yeah, like lineups are notoriously inaccurate.
Yeah.
I was like, I know that the age range is wrong for some of these people, but I was like, I absolutely could not tell you for certain who did this. They're like, don't worry, we actually have them on camera. So like they had because they hit a bunch of people up that night. So
God,
they're like, you've been through a lot. We thought we'd play a little game with you. You know,
like didn't find
there's a
your
clown
phone
in there while you're looking. You're like, wait, what?
Yeah, this isn't a teen at all. But yeah, I don't trust those police. Like, what did they call those? The pictures,
like a mugshot.
Yeah, a witness or
I don't trust that anymore because I'm like, nah, brains don't.
Now, lie detector tests notoriously inaccurate. You can just make yourself believe that you're telling the truth, or just calm your like senses enough to trick it. You know,
or probably panic into being like, you are saying a lie every time. You're like, no, my name is Betsy. I'm just pissing my pants.
Exactly.
It wasn't until recently, Betsy.
Oh, yes, it was, Marcy. I got my name changed.
Like legally?
Yeah, I had to. I knew it was great. It was Elizabeth before.
Oh, okay.
But I've always been Betsy. But yeah.
So you had it legally changed?
Yes, because I wasn't able to get my license.
Was it a difficult process, or was it pretty?
No, I hired a company. It took about like 2 months and a couple of weeks.
Oh,
so I spent the summer without a license, but that wasn't too bad.
I thought you were gonna say I spent a summer without a name.
Yeah,
so I spent a summer without a name, trying them all out, seeing what stuck.
She had a symbol like Prince used to have.
Yeah.
So do you have any like friends or family or people that you know that have like stories that are intriguing to you, but you don't quite believe it? And maybe that's not fair to do to your friends and family. Be like, I think they're lying about this. But like there's sometimes, like around the campfire when you're a kid, you get told these stories.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I mean,
Chelsea
I
can
have
remember too, right?
Yeah, I mean, I just told this story on our podcast, but we one of the things I quizzed James on was what percentage of Americans believe that they have had a paranormal encounter, and it's like almost half of Americans, I think. And we were discussing if we had to answer that poll, would we say yes or no? And I genuinely panicked because I was like, I don't know, because there's one thing that happened to me that I do not have an explanation for. I think it freaks me out when I think about it, and I think it's a cool thing. I had a mutual friend. This was like, oh my God, how many, like 12, 13 years ago, maybe. I had a mutual friend who was a psychic, and he did a free reading for me. And I just kind of asked, like fluff questions. I was looking for a summer job at that point. So I was like, am I going to find a summer job? What do you think I'm going to end up doing for like the next couple months? And he says, he's like, I don't know if this means anything to you or makes sense, but for some reason I'm seeing measuring tape. I'm seeing you wearing measuring tape. This is like this imagery. I don't know. And that meant nothing to me, right? I was like, okay, whatever. I think like a week later, maybe if I'm remembering correctly, I got my summer job at Victoria's Secret. And at Victoria's Secret, if you've worked there, you know that you wear all black and you also wear measuring tape around your neck so that you measure women for bras. And he could not have known that I don't even know if I had applied there at that point. Even if I did, he wouldn't have known. Like, that's not something I would have told him. And if I had told him, then I think I would have been able to figure, oh, he just knows that that's what you wear there. And that wouldn't be such like a freaky memory for me. Like, I don't know. And just, I find the idea, like, I think psychics are charlatans, essentially. Like, it's not real. There's an art to it, certainly, that I think is really cool. Like the being able to do a really good cold reading, I think, is really impressive. And it's you have to be so good at reading someone, but that is not a cold reading. That is like a specific thing that in the moment was a shitty reading because I was like, this does not resonate with me. And it's just a weird, okay. I don't know. I think about it so much.
Yes, it's so specific.
Yeah.
Like, it's such a specific reading that, in the moment, you'd be like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, I was like, okay, I was like, I don't know
Whoa.
how to sew. At that point, I didn't sew or do anything like that. So I was like, okay.
Also,
Yeah, and it wasn't a
wearing
thing where it's
it,
like-
yeah.
It wasn't
yeah,
a thing where it's like
wearing it.
I see you working with numbers or something like it's
Right.
such a
Or like you're going to
specific-
work
Yeah.
with computers. Like everyone's on the computer. This was,
right.
I don't know. I think about that so
You ever try
much.
to track that guy down, the psychic?
I was gonna say,
I
like, have you hit
actually
him up
did,
again?
like sometime last year, because you know what? Something else he said to me, and I showed you this because it was over Facebook. So I have the reading, and I showed you part of this, James, because something else that he said to me was he was like, I'm seeing for some reasons, like I'm seeing like the Disney castle. I don't know if this means anything to you. And at that point, I was like, oh, I've always wanted to work at a Disney park, right? I would love to be a
Yeah.
character. I never ended up doing that. But what I did end up doing, and I forget, was Betsy ever on Drunk
She
Disney?
wasn't. It was like we wanted her so bad to be a guest on Drunk Disney, but
I
the
want to be a
timing never
guest on
worked out.
Drunk Disney.
Oh, man, we can't drink like that anymore.
Yeah, that was in our 20s that we were doing that.
But we did this series throughout our 20s. And also, going back to what he said something about the Disney castle. And he also said, I asked, at that point, I was a film major. And I was like, am I, what do you see me doing? And he was like, I don't know if I see you making movies necessarily. He's like, I see you doing social media. And at that point, social media was not, this was like 2010 or 11. And at that point, I was like, oh man, I don't want to do social media. Like that was not, it wasn't what it was.
Like, what does that even mean? Kind of like,
and I mean, that's what I do. And also the Disney castle, that was our little logo for Drunk Disney.
Oh.
Castle made of
that's
bottles and
wild.
stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so fun.
He's like that. He's someone where I think about him, and he doesn't do readings anymore. I don't think. I think that was something he did when he was younger, and I think it's just not something that he like wants to do anymore.
Yeah.
So I won't like say who his name or anything. He's like just doing other stuff. But I think about that. I think about him so much. He also told me I don't have any past lives, which really freaked me out. He was like,
Your
I see.
Whoa.
He was like, I see nothing. He's like, you're like, there's like nothing. You're just, yeah.
Oh,
You're new.
I
You're
have
new
one.
to this
Mine
world.
said that this is the last one. I
You're right.
guess.
Yeah, Marcy got told
You're
this is her last
retiring.
life.
I don't know which one is scarier, but if it's your last one, doesn't that mean that like you're gonna win? Like you're solve it this to run through? Like this is you're all set? You're gonna
Well,
like
we're hoping.
find Nirvana?
Fingers crossed, fingers crossed.
Maybe the second half we'll get some wins, pull up in the third and fourth.
Wow.
Yeah, I had a psychic once say, it was funny because I was working, it was my first season writing on Brooklyn Nine-Nine. And so I was like, yes, I'm a professional writer. I finally broke in. This is a good job. And then she was like, yeah, I think that you're gonna, she's like, they were like, do you sing? And I was like, no. She's like, they were like, I feel like I see you using your voice. So like, that's where your career is going. And I was like, no, I'm not a singer. I don't know what they're talking about. And then fast forward 5 years, I'm like, oh, I am professional. Like now that's podcasting. Like,
Yeah.
and I was like, oh, and I was really like resistant to it. I was like, no way. Like I'm not, they're like, I see you with a mic and singing or something or doing something with your voice. I was like,
No way, man.
Oh, they
Look
specified
at
with a
you
mic
now.
because I was thinking like, well, you were using your voice in writing,
because I was like,
Right.
oh, I'm a writer. And they're like, no, not that.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So, like, no metaphors here. Get the fuck out.
No.
Yeah. We mean literally sound waves.
Now, have you guys ever had sleep paralysis? I haven't. But a lot of people have.
I've never experienced that before.
Wow.
No, yeah, I don't think the full-on experience, they've definitely had starts of like waking up scared and everything, but like seeing a being on my chest or whatever, or like being unable to move. No, I've never had that.
Yeah.
'Cause
Yeah.
Have you? Because Marcy said no, but Betsy, have you?
I have had it where it always is more dreams than me like waking up in my room and seeing something, where it will be like kind of a more recent-ish one. It's not often by any means, but one time it was like I was walking out of my house and like two dudes jumped me and I couldn't move.
Ew.
and like I felt pressure, and then I woke up and I was still a little like unable to move, and then I came out of it. But I never have seen a hag or anything sitting on my chest. Which, thank goodness. I'll take a bad dream over that
And that's
any
something
day.
we always say, like, why would our brains do this to us?
I don't know.
Like, if it is our brain being like, I'm working something else, like, why would you make me very afraid? Why do you make me think I've been abducted by an alien? Why? Why that?
Yeah, or like unable to move in a moment of panic. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I've had dreams before. I don't know if any of you have experienced this, but I'll have dreams where I'm either trying to run or I'm trying to fight someone, and it feels like the mushiest. Like it is so hard to move and everything's slow, and in the dream it's incredibly frustrating.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've had moments like that, and in the dream, I'm like, this feels like a dream.
Yeah.
And then I like wake up and I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yep, it was.
That
It
explains
absolutely
it.
was.
Yeah.
Yeah, I often have a lot of dreams like that where I can't run, or like where I'm trying to run and I just feel so tired, probably because I'm asleep.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
also frequently dreams where like I'll punch someone that I'm in a fight with and they won't react. I think it's just a subconscious fear of like lack of strength. And I'm like, oh no, I've trained so much, but it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Have you ever had like visits from relatives in dreams or
Yeah,
anything
so this
like
was
that?
something my dad passed away earlier this year. That's how we ended up with our dog. Molly was his dog, and we inherited her. But my sister is much more of a believer in the supernatural and everything. So
Yeah.
she was like, if he visits you in your dreams, you gotta let me know. I was like, I will
Yes.
definitely let you know. And it hasn't happened in a situation where like he shows up and like starts talking to me and is like, James, I'm trying to reach it. But like I have had him pop up in dreams.
Yes.
Most recently, it was a very strange one where he like, I was at like a party and then he was just like there. And I was like, you're not supposed to be here. And he like wasn't talking or anything, but he was just like standing there. I was like, no, that's fucked up. And, but like, it was never, I never felt like being visited from him. It was definitely felt to me, especially with how I think, more of a like, oh, it's part of the grieving process and remembering him and yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
Now, Betsy, you always say this, like your distinction between visitations.
Oh yeah,
and
Santina
dreams.
said this and it stuck with me. Oh, you want me to say
Yeah.
it? Oh, okay, great. So
Teeing you up here.
Thank you. I thought you were gonna. I was like, you can say it. So our guest Santina Muha, she said this because she, I think, had an experience with a visitation, and she was like, I always have taken it as like, if in the dream you know that they are dead, then it's a visitation. But in the dream, if it's just kind of like, oh, hey, you're not like there with that, then it's a dream.
Oh,
You
in
know
the
what I'm
dream, I
saying?
knew he was dead. And I was like,
Maybe
you're
it
not
was a
supposed to
little
be here.
visit.
Yeah, well,
Maybe.
Maybe it was a little visit. Tell your sister.
Oh,
Did
yeah.
you tell your sister?
I mean, I'll see her this weekend, so I'll be like, yeah, it's kind of creepy. Just standing there.
Yeah. Yeah. It's being creepy, but what, like, because you both love horror.
Yeah.
What is it that, what is it you love about it? Like, what is it that gets you so pumped about all these fun stories? And because you love all different kinds of horror.
Oh, yeah.
You love it all.
Yeah.
Slasher, supernatural, everything.
I
So,
think
yeah, what?
for me, it's because I'm terrified of dying and death. And
Yeah.
horror, it's like there's something empowering about laughing at death and making fun of it and turning it into something I am personally entertained by and don't take seriously in the moment that I'm like watching a horror movie or watching someone get killed in a horror movie. I think that's a big appeal for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how it is with most horror, especially like slashers and stuff. But then you watch something like fucking Midnight Mass, dude. I don't know if you've watched
Dude.
Midnight
Oh.
Mass.
I watched that.
That show, Mike Flanagan show on Netflix, it left me devastated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There are scenes in that show Where Marcy, have
I've been recommended this, so I
Okay.
need to watch it.
You gotta
be
watch
aware
it,
of what you're
Marcy.
getting into.
Yeah,
'cause,
it's it's heavy.
there are
yeah.
scenes where characters will literally sit down on a couch and be like, what do you
Yes.
think happens after we die? And then just talks for like 10 minutes straight. And it's like, cool. All right. I guess I'm going to sit in that for the next week because I can't get it out of my head. And like, so that horror I can appreciate as very well made art. And obviously, Mike Flanagan is someone who also thinks about this stuff a lot. And I can respect him for engaging in it in this way and trying to like work out whatever. But that stuff is like, I can only take occasionally. You know,
Yeah.
pop that on at night in bed and just like go to sleep to it.
I think just realizing that he also is someone that's very afraid of the same things is kind of what makes that comforting, though. That like you're not experiencing some unique like punishment that you and all your loved ones are going to die. It's like, no, that's like the one human universal. And having an artist work through that. And that's, I don't know, that kind of connection to someone's storytelling also is very comforting in as much as it is very depressing.
Yeah, it is. It's that one definitely is one where like, oh boy, I'm thinking about this.
Yeah,
but also lots of scenery chewing performances. So I mean, as there always are in his stuff.
Just like 20-minute monologues and just like the dude who played the priest.
That's what I loved about the first season of Haunting of Hill House was that I was like, it's like a play. It's written like a stage play, and I loved that about it.
Yeah. Oh, you're gonna love Midnight Mass.
Yeah, I don't know which I like more between Hill House and Midnight Mass. They're definitely like, I think they are regarded as his best works because Why Manor, he had Midnight Club, which we haven't seen, and then Fall of the House of Usher, which we haven't seen, but I also hear is crazy and really out there. Have you watched that, Betsy?
I have one episode left.
Oh, okay. Is it nuts? I hear it's nuts.
It's pretty fun.
Okay.
It's pretty fun.
Oh, maybe I have family coming for Thanksgiving, and maybe that will be a good either of those. My mom might have watched Midnight Mass. My family all has very similar taste in like television and film.
That's
we all like. I think it's because we grew up. My parents let us watch what they wanted to watch. So like Silence of the Lambs was one of like I saw it when I was young, and it's truly my I'd say top 5 favorite movies. Oh, cool. And then like when we would stay home sick, she would put on the Godfather trilogy for us while she was.
Oh my gosh, I would watch the Godfather
when I was sick too. Yes. I feel it was like one of my sisters was with me and she's like, here's a 3-hour long movie. Let's go. And it's like, cool, man.
Yeah, that'll babysit you all day. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
And you felt like cool for watching it too. Of like, I'm gonna go back to 4th grade and be like, I watched The Godfather.
Like, there is a lot of like cinema where people are like, they can tell you why it is so good, but when you can know nothing about cinema and still like it, and it's also regarded by like people study it, like that's that kind of shit is like so next level, and it only comes around like once every few years, maybe twice a decade, where it's like it cuts through and it's a work of art.
Yeah, Megan.
Yeah, Megan, absolutely.
Megan was
honestly
absolutely that.
Truly one of the best movies for like I was like, they did it right.
We love Megan.
Yeah.
I loved it so much.
Yep. Oh
It
man,
really
we
makes me
might
happy.
have to cut this because of strike stuff. But I did for Fall House of Usher, I did loop group for it. So
Cool.
lots of screaming, lots like I die in an acid shower.
You gotta
and-
watch it. Okay, you have to watch it.
Yeah,
then.
I know. I
Oh
need to
my
watch it. So
God.
I've seen so much of it, but out of context. And I was like, this is fucking crazy. There's like a clown. Like, what are we doing?
Now,
Yes.
Loop Group is not covered by SAG, though, right?
It is. Yeah.
It is. Okay,
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
Was that a different contract because it's voice stuff or?
Nope.
Okay.
Well,
It's just
I know.
sad.
maybe by the time this comes out, the strike will be
Hey.
over.
Or maybe, I don't know, maybe it is a different contract. I'm just erring on the side of
No,
I
safety.
think,
but
yeah.
I hope that the strike is just over when this comes out in like a week
I hope it's
or
over
two.
when we're done recording this.
Yeah, for real.
I literally
Fran,
refresh,
get on
like,
it.
yeah, I search Reddit for SAG-AFTRA and refresh it like every hour, just being like, what do we
Oh.
got? What do we got?
Please.
Yeah,
please,
but that was
please,
so much
please.
fun. It was like I just got to see so much of that show. I told because Mike was the one who had me do it, and I was like, this was my way to
Cool.
worm my way into just seeing most of your next show early, just sitting
Oh,
in a
that's so
booth, like yes.
Yeah,
What
he was-
a dream.
He was so cool. He came because we
I loved
got to
him.
interview him in 2019 at the Stanley Hotel for Dr. Sleep. We got to
Yeah.
like walk around the hedge maze.
Oh, I
and
got
talk to
chills.
him.
We
That's
did a
so
scavenger
cool.
hunt with him.
Yeah,
it was so much
and,
fun.
like, that was our first
Speaking
time
of
meeting him.
haunted places, to bring it back
Yes.
around.
Oh, yeah. Actually, while we were staying there, I do this thing when we travel where if I wake up in the middle of the night at like 3, I will get up and go walk around outside. Like, I just want to see what the place is like when it's all shut down. So,
What a freak!
Oh.
You're a
yeah,
freak.
it's
Wow,
fucking weird. Yeah.
you
But, like,
love spooky
we went to Catalina
stuff.
Island and I
Catalina
woke up.
Island would have been so creepy.
It was great. I loved it. I just walked around that whole friggin' island just by myself as like the sun, like an hour before sunrise, and then after the sun came up, and just seeing like it
Oh
come.
my god. Being
So-
a man is so cool. I wish
know.
I
No,
could do
I'm
that.
sorry. I have that privilege.
Don't have
like,
to wash
I'm
your
gonna-
hands, and you
Yeah,
can walk
right.
around in the dark.
Hey, we'll run
Just
the
turn
water
on
for
the-
a little bit at least. All right.
yeah.
But I did that
Whoa.
at the Stanley. I woke up at 3 and was like, "Fucking let's go."
Time to
It's-
see some ghosts.
Yeah,
Let's go.
and I was like, if it's gonna happen, this is it. And I'm
Yeah.
walking around. I walked every inch of that damn hotel and out on the grounds, and it was like, was it December? It was October, so it was like
Yeah.
it was cold and,
It was
and
very cold.
Yes.
perfect. It was chilly. I didn't see shit, man. I was looking out.
Man.
My theory for that trip and why we did not experience any paranormal activity is that I think if there are ghosts at the Stanley, they saw you and were like, oh, this guy just doesn't even believe we exist. So like, fuck him. We're not going to waste our time. And then
Yeah.
there's me who was like too excited. And they're like, this chick's weird. She wants to see us too. Like,
be a
she wants
clinger.
it too bad.
You can't be too desperate.
We do have that
Desperate, yes.
analogy that it's like dating. It's like if you're
Yes.
not on the market, then you're not on the market. Who's gonna waste their time? But also, if you're too desperate, like they're like, ugh, that's too
Dating
much for me.
or having your pets love you. You know, you can't be too clingy. I'm like, Molly, please come
cannot.
snuggle me, and she's like, get off. All right.
I mean,
Yeah.
we saw what my cats just did. They almost destroyed this whole recording.
yeah. Right.
Nasty little
Love
things.
messing it up.
Nasty. Do you guys have time to listen to one of our listener stories?
Absolutely.
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna pull it up.
Hello, Betsy and Marcy. My name is Starra, and may I just say I thoroughly enjoy your podcast. I love how you add the humor with the spooky. It's the best combination ever. So I just had to say that. And thank you so much. It brightens my day and gives me the chills at the same time. Anyway, I have a story that happened many years ago. And since I am a writer, I wrote it out for a competition years ago about a true paranormal experience. This really happened. It wasn't just me that experienced it. So I'm going to read it from the story I wrote, and it is called The Breathing Door. So on a sunny day in Laguna Beach, California, Southern California, in 1973, my friends and I decided to conduct a seance. We were about 12 to 13, and there were 5 of us, and we thought we knew everything about the paranormal. We formed a, quote, mystery club a few months earlier, which had yet to solve any mysteries. Most of all, we focused on seances. Nothing much happened when we held them, but all of a sudden, that was about to change. We rushed into a friend's house, and her father told us we couldn't occupy her bedroom because they were preparing to paint the walls or something. So we settled on sitting in her bathroom floor, on her bathroom floor. Since it was a small room, obviously, All 5 of us were crammed against each other, seated cross-legged. Usually we turned off all the lights and pulled the curtains over the windows, but this time we dwelled in sunlight, because it was the middle of the afternoon. The leader of our group led us off by making a bold statement. She stood up and looked up at the ceiling and said, "If anything is here, make a terrible noise." Personally, I didn't expect anything to happen, but within 30 seconds, I kid you not, we heard a cracking sound. It was a deafening cracking sound. Then we noticed the door starting to move. Upon closer inspection, we actually saw the bathroom door breathing. The wood came out about 6 inches and went back down, only to rise again, just like a person breathing. The girl whose back was to the door climbed over me and jumped into the bathtub. My back was against the bathtub, and I was the furthest away from the door, yet I sat frozen. I was scared to death. I didn't know what to do, and I remained silent in my inertia while the other girls screamed. I didn't even scream. I just kept staring at the door. I'm sorry, I don't mean to laugh now when I think of it. Every one of us saw the exact same thing, and after about 20 seconds, which seemed like an hour, our leader stood up and screamed, "Stop it!" Luckily, the door stopped all movement. We sat in shock, but then someone had the bravery to open the door, and we all rushed out and down the stairway, continuing out the front door to the street, and we could hear my friend's mother shouting after us, "What is wrong with you silly girls?" Anyway, returning after a while, we checked out the bathroom door, and it was solid wood. Nothing out of place. We banged it, we tapped on it. It did not move. Was it a poltergeist? With 5 13-year-old girls in one spot, all focused on the same thing at the same time, it is a possibility. Or was it something much more sinister that we accidentally tapped into? We will never truly know, but that summer was one I'd never forget. So that is the end of my story, but I have to add an addendum here. I went to Laguna Beach High School's 30th high school reunion. I think it was like 2009. And I met up with one of the girls that was there that day. And I pulled her aside at the, meet and greet reception thing. And I said, "Do you remember when the door was breathing when we did our little seance and this and that?" And she said, "Starra, yes, I still remember that, clear as day." I said, "Yeah, so do I." And I didn't see any of the other girls there, but man, oh man, let me tell you, that was one for the books. We didn't do any seances after that, quite frankly. Oh, and a quick little bonus story, excuse me. We also did the famous "She's as light as a feather, as stiff as a board." And we turned all the lights off. My friend's mother was gone. This was a different house. Again, the same time, like 1973, 74, with the same group of girls. And we laid one of them down. So this is a full-fledged 13-year-old girl. How much, she has to weigh, 100-something or close to that. Anyway, it wasn't like it was a 2-year-old. And there were 2 of us on each side of her, one at the head, one at the feet, and we only had 2 fingers out each on each hand, 2 fingers out. We put them underneath her, and we started chanting, "She's as light as a feather, stiff as a board." And we just kept doing it, and you could feel this rhythm going as we were chanting, and we focused, and we raised her up over our heads until our arms couldn't go any farther. And then we all looked at each other and we said, "What do we do now?" And she fell down. Now, we caught her. She was fine. But yeah, that really did work too. So amazing. Anyway, thank you so much for your fabulous podcast, the laughter and the chills. Keep them coming. And I will talk to you next time. Bye.
Oh.
Wow.
Ooh,
Wow.
What happened? happened? That's wild.
I love
Yeah.
the imagery of a breathing door.
Yeah, me too.
Yes.
It's very haunted mansion. Like when you go through that first hallway before the ghosts show up, there's the like kind of bending doors. That's what that reminds me of.
I want like, and the poltergeist theory is like, whoa, maybe if it's a bunch of teens, like, because those, teens,
That
they're getting
chaotic,
a spooky poltergeist going for sure.
that chaotic energy of those teens. Yeah.
There's something
Whoa.
about being a teenage girl. And there was an episode about of Pen 15 about this kind of phenomenon where for some reason when you're like 13 years old, there's just weird shit like witchy shit finds its way to you, and that is when you just believe so much in that kind of stuff.
It truly is like I mean, Betsy, did you go through that phase too? Like as like in puberty to be like, I'm into witchcraft, or like at least like into spooky.
I never did. I was always into spooky stuff. So if people were, I'd be like, yeah, sure, why not? But I never like was like, we have to cast spells. But I was like, yeah, all right. Let's go, man. Let's do whatever.
Oh.
But it is like you're changing so much and you feel crazy.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, my equivalent was just I've always had like camcorders and handy cam, and we would like set those up in like dark rooms and record while we were at sleepovers, and then we'd watch the footage later and we'd be like, what are these orbs? And it's like probably dust.
This is dust.
Like fucking orbs, wow.
Yeah, what the fuck is it about light as a feather, stiff as a board, though? That some people like
don't
just really like it
know.
worked.
It worked.
I think it
We
worked.
did it when we were younger. I remember at like front like sleepovers and stuff. It totally works.
And it worked.
Yeah.
Oh, we
I've
do.
only tried it as an adult hammered. Being like, we gotta try to do this. This will be so fun.
The
do
person's
that
like
with-
rocking back and forth as they're
Oh my
levitating.
god. The next time there's a party and Dan Lippert is there, we have to do light as a feather, stiff as a board because he's so tall.
We will.
Yeah.
He's the tallest man we know.
James,
Yeah.
we'll
He
try
will,
it.
like,
We'll get some friends
yeah.
over and try it. We
Yeah.
never tried it with just two people lifting someone. That seems
Yeah, just at the head and the
Right?
feet.
yeah.
That's crazy.
Oh,
Yeah.
I imagined on either side, but I guess head and feet would work better. They'd get more. Yeah.
Yeah, well, because I think the reason it works is
Got
like
it.
if
Balance
you're the person being lifted, you have to be super, super stiff.
Mhm.
And I think
Yeah.
that's why it works. Is like it's a weight distribution thing.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I think.
Okay.
That's why
Okay.
when like little kids go like limp, they're
Yeah, you
impossible
can't
to
pick
pick
'em up.
because it's just like
I like doing that on stage. If like somebody has to drag me off or something, like I'm putting in so much dead weight. I'm making it so hard for you to pull me off stage. Isn't this funny?
Oh man. Oh god. Yeah, that was a great story. Also, what
Yeah.
was up with the weird little it was like knocking in my like right
I could hear
ear.
it too. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what it
It's the
was.
spirit being
But
like, hey,
something
quit
was-
telling him about this. Or-
Stop it. I'm gonna make your bedroom door breathe, dude.
Yeah.
Between
Tonight.
us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My
come
God, that's like
on.
James. That's like what happens in Noroi. There's like in some of the footage they watch in that movie, there's a knocking sound. It's not Nagutava or Kagutava is gonna come get us.
Oh no,
Starra,
that's too scary.
please
That's
don't
too
send-
scary.
Please,
Yeah.
Starra, don't send someone after
Don't,
us.
Starra. Come on.
I think it's cool that there's multiple people involved in that story and that
Yeah.
more than one person remembers it. That's always interesting to me
It is.
versus like one
Yes.
person's subjective experience of something.
Mhm.
Yeah, when there are like witnesses who are like, "Yeah, we saw it too." It's like, what? Okay, what is it then?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
that's so. And I feel like I would want that to.
Mhm.
We all want somebody
Oh.
else to
We want
witness that.
corroborators for sure.
Yeah.
We got
I mean,
it.
As the ultimate skeptic, James, what's your explanation for what could have
I'm not
happened?
gonna give one because
Well-
I wasn't there. I don't have I'm not gonna tell someone that their subjective experience is wrong.
No, I'm just curious and not in like explain that, James. It's more like what do you think maybe could have like
I mean,
I
like
have
you're
no
saying,
idea.
You were saying earlier about the false memories that if they start telling the story to each other, then that's, like, I think this was happening, that they could,
I mean,
that
could always be like the ultimate explanation for anything. But like even before that, I don't know, man. I'm comfortable saying I don't know or have a explanation for it. I'm comfortable saying that. I don't know.
Well, because James, you did mouth to us, "Bitches be crazy."
I did say that. That was a
Yeah, you were
quote,
mouthing that the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah, the whole time. Making like
Kind of my
circles
catchphrase.
with his fingers the whole time.
Cuckoo. This is your gender. What do you think?
Washing your hands, whatever, man.
Oh boy, must be fun to be ganged up on.
Yeah.
Whatever, man. I probably deserve it.
No.
Some past transgression.
Yeah. Your past lives.
Past
you were
lives, exactly.
a bully. You were like an 80s jock, dude.
Yeah.
Wait, were you not alive during the 80s at all?
Uh-oh.
I had half a year in there.
Okay. Oh, you're young friends.
Okay.
I never know how old anyone is anymore.
I don't either.
Me neither.
I just assume everyone's my age.
That's the
Everyone
same
is
assumption.
exactly
When
my
people
age.
ask you,
Yes.
I've taken that from Chelsea. When people ask, I'm just like, well, I just assume everyone's my age. So, and then I'll take a few years off just to be like,
Yeah. I shot a movie earlier this year, or in like May, and I was hanging out with a friend of mine who I made on that movie, and she was like, she mentioned being born in 2000. And I was like, wait, that means you're 23 years old? And she's like, yeah. And I was like, this feels wild.
Yeah. Like talking to grown-ass adults who don't remember 9/11 is the craziest thing.
that is the craziest thing.
Yeah, that's so wild.
Our poor assistant gets it every day because she's like 24, I think. And we're always like, yo, Fiona, I can't believe, do you remember the Mac versus PC commercials? And she's like, no, what are you talking about? I'm like, but that was just the law.
She's like, what's a PC?
Yeah. Whoa.
She definitely didn't know, dude, you're getting a
I
Dell.
was going to say,
was
dude,
like,
you're getting a
I was
Dell.
going to ask, dude,
yeah.
getting down.
I know. I
Oh.
made that reference and just got blank face from her. And I was like, yeah, okay. I guess that's.
All right. That's so funny. I think about that guy often.
Yeah, he got busted for weed during his popularity.
The
It
Dell
was like,
guy?
yeah, obviously that guy's smoke. Like, let him be.
Yeah.
That's his whole
And
persona is, dude, you're getting Adele. Like,
Yeah, it's like, oh no,
Yeah.
Jim Brewer's been busted for marijuana possession. It's like, yeah, no shit.
Yeah, no shit, man. Yeah, dude, you're getting Adele. I wanted Adele so bad because of that guy.
get one.
You know what? No, man.
Has any other advertising? Because for me, Dos Equis, most interesting man in the world, that stuck with me. Dos Equis is still
Yes.
my go-to beer because of those.
Oh, I love
Like,
that.
I was like, oh, I'll try this beer, and I ended up liking it. But has any creative ads ever made you like brand loyal?
Ooh,
Oh.
that's interesting.
That's a good
You know, I
question.
loved the milk one, but I don't drink
Huh?
milk.
Wait.
I can't remember the milk, or I think it's got milk. I remember like the dude's eating a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
yeah.
Oh, Aaron
And
Burr
then,
for the
like,
trivia question.
The trivia question
Yes.
like calls him, and he knows he's like in
Yeah.
the museum of Aaron Burr.
And this was
Getting
pre-Hamilton,
shot.
so it was
This
lesser
is
known
pre-Hamilton.
knowledge. Yeah.
Yeah. That was one that I was always like, man, I wish I liked milk.
Uh-huh.
Because this is so good. Yeah.
No, I can't.
Marcy, any?
I can't think of one. Like, I was
Just
trying to
immune
think.
to advertising.
Yeah, I remember once my mom was like, I heard McDonald's had really good coffee, and I was like, you heard that on a commercial. You know that, right?
McDonald's.
No one's. There's not like
There's
talk
not
in the
word on the
streets.
street.
Yeah.
That is so funny.
Oh my gosh, that's
McDonald's.
hilarious. Oh
Oh,
man.
man. Well, thank you guys
This has
so
been
much
so
for
fun.
coming on.
This was so much fun. Thank you
This
for
has
having
been,
us.
it's so good seeing you.
I know it's been way too long. Man.
Yeah, we gotta hang. Let's
Yeah.
hang. Let's go see Thanksgiving together.
Oh,
I'm pumped
yeah.
for that.
Okay,
Yeah.
That does look
I'm
really
pumped.
fun. Yeah.
I'm so
I just
stoked.
watched or rewatched Hobo with a Shotgun, which is another film that was made from the Grindhouse trailer version of it.
Yes.
So I wonder if they'll eventually get through all of them because they did Machete, Hobo with a
Yes.
Shotgun, now Thanksgiving. So what? There's like Don't. I remember was another one. It was just like Don't.
Fun.
Yes. I forget if there were more, but I wonder if eventually just all those fake trailers in Grindhouse will.
God, I hope so.
What
It's so fun.
yeah, what
It's
a
so
great
fun.
world
Might
to
as well.
explore, yeah.
Yeah.
Our universe.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tell
Mikey?
everyone where to find you. I'm sure they already
Listen,
know, but
I mean, it's Dead Meat on YouTube, also the Dead Meat podcast, wherever you listen to podcasts.
Yeah. Or on YouTube, it's video.
That's true. Yep. Very, very video in the studio to have a 3-cam setup with live streaming and everything.
Oh, yeah.
And then
Nice.
the weird kind of hybrid personal and brand social medias of Dead Meat James on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok, where half of it, the image oriented ones, we pay a 20-year-old to do, like TikTok and Instagram. Twitter,
Yeah.
Nice.
yeah. So I can't keep up with it. I don't like it.
It's too
I don't like it.
It's too much. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm at Carebeck, CAREBECC on Twitter and Instagram.
all right.
Yeah.
We also call it Twitter. I love it.
I won't
Oh.
change. Fuck you, Elon.
Yeah, no way.
I think I got annoyed and just deleted my account.
That's
Yeah,
fair.
it gets worse every day.
It's worse every day. Yeah.
It just sucks. I want a
Yeah.
way to communicate with words to my audience. And
Yes.
Instagram doesn't cut it. TikTok doesn't cut
Threads you're not getting on board with.
I forgot that even existed,
I know.
honestly.
Threads and Blue Sky.
And
or
Blue
whatever.
Skies are the other one. Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't converted. I don't know.
No, it's too much. It's all too much.
We'll just keep podcasting for now.
Yeah, it's perfect. A great way to get information.
Well, thank you
Oh,
guys
yay,
so much.
thank
Thank you for having
Yeah,
us. It's
thank
great
you,
meeting
guys.
you, Marcy. Again, great.
You too.
Let's see.
Oh, yeah! Thank you so much for listening to A Funny Feeling.
If you have a paranormal experience that you would like to share, please send us a voice memo, or you can email us just a letter at funnyfeelingpod@gmail.com. I'm Marcy.
I'm Betsy, and don't shit your pants!
That was a headgum podcast.